We're back for another casted game of Age of Mythology Retold. Today we are watching Kvothh, the Gaia player, versus Kimo, the Isis. Now, rather than do what I usually do, is I like to look at it from someone's point of view, but today I just wanted to do a cast, because these are two players that are playing live right now, and I felt like these are two of the best players currently. I believe Kvothh is rank 1 and Kimo is either rank 2 or 3, I think 3 after Recon. So these are two of the best current ladder players playing probably their best gods. I would say that Kvothh is definitely known for his Gaia, and Kimo is an Egyptian main. Isis, obviously, one of the best Egyptians currently. So we'll see how this kind of goes. So Isis has been nerfed recently. So she has her mummies are weaker if she goes through Osiris. Osiris camels are also a little bit worse. I think I said mummies are cheaper. Mummies are definitely not cheaper. They are worse. They have lost some of their divine damage on their special, and the special is now basically double the length. But they're still good. I think mummies were busted, and now they will be less busted. So let's have a look at Kimo's perspective. So let's see what he's kind of doing. So he's decided to go for some early gold here, obviously, but going to get early gold for the obelisks. Has he gone for his early pickaxe? It doesn't look like he's got pickaxe through. Unless that's a bug, because he's definitely spent it. That's weird. There we go. Probably, I just missed it. It was probably sat on the side. But yeah, going for that early pickaxe build and also getting the one priest to just go and do obelisks. Now, something that you can do, I mean, you can go really aggressive with them and work your way back. But what Kimo's doing is just kind of a block method, I guess. So I guess the next one will be over here and then work his way around just to get maximum viewage. And then if we move over to Kvoth's side, he's going for his oracles, kind of started right at the beginning and then moving forwards. Something that I kind of like to do as the Atlantean is move forward quite early, get your full range, and then slowly move back. Rather than moving them into a brand new spot, you can kind of keep their line of sight pretty wide and then move like literally just a few steps back. We'll see if he does it. Yeah, so he just kind of moves just a little bit, so the circle still expands, or still is expanded, and then it goes back to going out. Whereas this guy moved to a brand new spot. I guess he's just doing a mixture of both. Obviously, it's a kind of preference thing. I don't know whether anyone's done a test on it. I mean, it would be an interesting test to do. I did it on the old game for what was better, and walking was better. But now the walking, you get like no line of sight, so it would be interesting to see how that works. But let's get the full perspective up. So Gaia, the Gaia player Kvothh is going through Oceanus, and Kimo is going through Bast. So probably what you would expect from both sides. I'm not sure if there's a really good second town center here for Kimo, but he does have 13 on gold, so I guess that's what he's going for. This town center here, I mean, it has a gold mine. It's kind of forward. It somewhat secures this one, but not really. This settlement here has some food next to it and some gold kind of close. I guess this is probably the better one. And then it looks like Kvothh, maybe he's going for a second town center too. You do need to get a priest out if you are if you're Kimo, because he needs to be able to defend against that annoying carnivora. That might be dropped down. We have not looked at the relics, so this is Odin's one. Temple improvements are cheaper. Pretty good. This one, Scarab Pendant, is Behemoth. Siege weapons are better. Looks like Kvothh is also going for a second town center. Spotted here by the obelisk of Kimo. Definitely spots this one. And he can see that one going up right there. Was there only 2 relics? Maybe some other relics have been found. What relic has Kimo picked up? A Pegasus. Bridle of Pegasus. Free Pegasus. Nicely. And then this one was the town center to be grabbed. So we're going into a bit of a 2TC boom off here. This is the style that Kvothh definitely likes to play. He likes to sit back and min defend and get his eco advantages wherever he can. He's a very strong macro player, so good for him to be in this position. And then Kimo plays any style, I think. I mean, he seems to play a lot and play whatever style kind of fits the matchup. In this, against Gaia, it's kind of risky to go for some kind of one town center all in, because then if you don't get it, the eco of the Gaia is just going to overrun you. And he is deciding to go over here seeing that there's 2 TCs for Gaia, so he can just run onto this as long as he's got his Sphinx to defend, be absolutely fine. So he did go through fast, which means you get Sacred Cats. Sacred Cats, if you're going the eco route, then you definitely want to grab this upgrade. It's extra 10% on all food gather rates, all food gather sources. The only thing you don't want to do is if you're going for pure Sphinx with all the Sphinx upgrades, you don't really want to grab it because 10 favor is quite a lot to spend. But barracks being grabbed, probably for the spearmen. Maybe get some spearmen raids coming in, because spearmen are pretty good raiders. They're also decent against the Terma that might come through, and also has the chance to go for any axeman if he sees the Mamillo with that annoying purple poison damage. So a nice option here from the Isis. You could also negate this and just instead of this go for fast heroic, but then if you get pushed off by anything that Kvothh wants to do, then you're in a bit of trouble. So even just a couple out, not actually building any, but kind of waiting to see what happens is a good choice. We haven't seen how many oracles are out, so it looks like Kvoth's staying with his 3 oracles, not deciding to get any more, so not going for any heavy, although this one is a hero though, but not going for any heavy favor strategies, so not deciding to go into maybe some myth units later, or maybe trying to get like a 3rd Hesprid's tree up later on in the game to get those extra dryads out. Trying to get a cheeky obelisk, but priests are just so weak, and I always try and get my obelisks up, and yeah, things there. If you get spotted, you die. It's just a thing about the priests. They're good together, but not all alone. Spearmen going in here. Nice play to get the Carnivora down. They do a lot of damage to buildings that aren't finished yet, and also really slowed that villager down. Might just run away with this. I mean, three barracks was absolutely fine. Chooses to stay and loses 2 of his villagers there. They're moving away very, very slowly. And then the Terma here, they have been nerfed speed-wise from the last patch, but still pretty fast anyway. I think it was they got their speed nerfed and range increased, if I remember correctly. And Carnivora will go down. Pharaoh, Mr. Hakor, coming over to deal with that, and down it goes. Looks like Kvoth's just going for pure Terma. So he's got the counter barracks up. He's got no barracks. He's just gone for two counter barracks, pumped the Terma into medium range soldiers. He's got 12 of these bad boys, and it looks like Kimo is deciding to get some slingers out. Slingers are a good counter as a defensive unit. They're not good if you want to chase them down. If you want to chase them down, it's definitely the spearmen. So a nice army comp here. Also deciding to bring the Pharaoh forward. Pharaoh does some really good damage, and the Terma struggle against him because they don't do the bonus damage. They have quite low base damage, but there's quite a lot of them. Medium slingers even through here. So looking to build a decent amount of those, pumping out those slingers out of 4 barracks as well. But the Pharaoh does get targeted down. This is the only problem. I mean, he does survive quite a few shots, but I mean, there was, 11 of these guys. They go down pretty quickly. Sphinx special there. Terma's trying to get around the back, but they can't do well against these slingers. So, bit of annoying micro from Kvothh here with the Caladria. The slingers, they're not paying attention, and he lost at least a couple of slingers there because of that annoying Caladria. Needs to just bring a priest forward. You notice that the Gaia player here, he actually waited until the Pharaoh was down, and then he brought in the Caladria to do some annoying micro, because if the Pharaoh was there, it would have gone down so quick. So really nice play by Kvothh there. Obelisk here. Citizen takes that stuff down. We can see what the players actually see. So a lot of presence for Kvothh here. If we move over to Kimo, all of his obelisks are already falling. He's got this one on the potential 3rd town center, and then the Pegasus sitting to see this gold mine later is my guess, but he is actually like full on mining that gold mine here. Nephthys going to come through soon. Still deciding to get these slingers out. Isis doesn't have any way to kind of buff the barracks units. So unfortunately decides to target one that was quite far away. And the thing is about the slingers is you just can't run, because otherwise the Termas are going to mow you down. So just stands his ground, waits for everything else to come. and that's it. But yeah, Isis doesn't really have the best barracks units just because she doesn't have Horus for later. If he went through Anubis early, then he could have got the upgrade for the Spearman that does the extra little bit of poison damage. But obviously decided not to go through that one, decided to go through Bast to get the extra eco with the Sacred Cats. Also getting this extra wood upgrade. Don't know how to say that one, and we're not going to try. Basically pure Terma. Even just getting some hero Termas out to deal with the Scorpion Man. The Sphinx is here, only sitting on 2 monuments, and that is actually only 2 monuments that's been up recently as well. So Kvothh here trying to sneak this 3rd town center. I don't believe that Kimo actually sees that one. No, he doesn't. He doesn't see that one. That one going up. So it's a nice sneak. And if Kvothh can get away with that, it'll be very, very good for him to surprise the eco of the enemy Isis player there. Also potentially put some pressure onto this gold mine too. Ancestors Eclipse to push back this position. There are some heroes out, but also Heroic Age through Thea. So Thea, the Hesperus tree can get dropped down to get those 2 free Dryads out. But the Scorpion Man would do so much damage if they just waddles over there, gets the Terma down. Terma kiting really nicely. And it looks like the minions of Kimo are just deciding to go for the town center. I don't believe the town center will go down, but there is 2 Scorpion Men, so actually will do decent damage. Nice micro here to actually target down the Pharaoh. Pharaoh out of position and getting max value with that town center. One of the Scorpion Men been taken down as well. Trying to get a bit of repair action, but yeah, because the 2 Scorpion Men are here with the extra damage from the nice sun there, goes down. Town center is up, and I don't know if Kimo saw it. Looks like he did. So he knows that the Kvothh Gaia player is on an extra town center, and he's got 30 slingers. Nothing you can really do against that town center there, but he also did take this one down, so it's basically just traded it. Looks like there's some units being dropped in here. If we see, there are Mamillo, they are Cantarius, and he's building some more Cantarius out, which is a good option in general for Gaia and for Atlantean. They are very, very strong, but it looks like there's a decent amount of Spearmen out for the for Kimo here. But, I mean, this amount of slingers, the Cantarius will just absolutely melt. Needs to try and get some heroes out, though. I mean, I guess he does have the Dryads to deal with the Scorpion Men, but Scorpion Man, especially even from when the game first came out, Scorpion Men have been so strong. I think they've been nerfed once since then. They're more expensive than they were when the game was first out. I believe they were 180 and 22 favor or something like that, and now they're just a bit more expensive. You can only get a few of them out. We're also seeing, because he's only gone for the 2 monuments, this is actually the nerfed monument. So the first monument isn't as strong. The monument to the soldiers is the same as it always was, and then they're buffed after that. So being on 2 monuments is weaker than it was last patch. Scorpion Man trying to get some good damage done. Needs to get that priest on that Stymphalian Bird. Stymphalian Bird with the 3 times multiplier. Those Scorpion Men go down decently quick. But actually, I think he's not targeting that one down as well as he could be. Pharaoh coming in, the third Pharaoh, Hackor the third, coming in to deal with the Dryads. Good thing for Kimo is he is up through Nephthys, so he can get those extra damage. Pharaohs and priests, unfortunately, they are going down, so I can't actually check whether he's got that one, but it looks like he does. Extra damage versus those Dryads. So the Dryads aren't as strong as they probably would be if he went up through a different minor god. But these Cantarius, they're just so tanky. Look at them with their 46 pierce damage. Lots in the queue here. Chariots. How many Migdals does he have? He only has 1 Migdal. Still only has the 4 barracks. Hasn't decided to drop anything else out. Got a lot of wood in the bank. Might just be worth just taking all those off and then trying to get another gold mine. But Kvothh has secured this gold mine and he's stopped this gold mine as well. And as soon as this is gone, Kimo's in a bit of trouble. So really nice play from Kvothh. They basically just sacked that one and went, well, I'm just going to take this one instead, and took some map pressure, and that was kind of the end of that one. If you'd rather see casts or the point of view style, please let me know. I kind of want to just do a mixture of both because I kind of find it pretty interesting just watching people, these high level guys, play the game. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.